Hello, I am Michelle Welch, the one who cares way too much what you think. Welcome to SoulWhat.
And I'm the one that's not so serious, don't really give a damn what you think. Your host, Roger Welch. So what's up today, Michelle?
We're here. We have Claudia with us.
Hi, everyone.
And Claudia doesn't care what you think either.
Either.
Yeah.
That's why I'm on this side of the
That's her.
table.
She's
Yeah.
there. I'm here. And I care very much what you think tonight because it was quick change.
It was crazy.
Trying to
Claudia.
get everything going.
Claudia did my makeup in 1 minute.
The Mexican way. 'Cause
We were gonna-
made it work.
Yeah, we had no foundation, so forgive. She
Us.
looks beautiful. Just keep your eye over there. So we dressed up tonight.
Yeah.
Or this is how we always look.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
A lot.
Kind of, this is how we always look.
Oh, yeah, because I'm a gypsy.
Because you're a gypsy. I'm a American Horror Story witch. Coven and the other one, the last season. I don't even like this season.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Claudia?
I dropped my card. This is how I always
Alright.
look. I'm always clumsy and out of the ordinary. This is my intro.
Okay.
Part
So
of the
Claudia is with us tonight. She's a regular with us, so we don't have her bio. So you guys already know Claudia, but she's with SoulTopia. Claudia, you look beautiful tonight.
Thank you. This is
You
my
really
belly
do.
dancing costume.
We
That-
are
that was
falling apart
Loki.
over here.
That
That
was
was like,
Loki.
and
That was
Loki's
Loki's
That's the
on
possessed
set.
Loki's
dog
under the
over
table.
here.
Loki's on set. So if anything happens, blame it on
On
Loki.
Loki. He
He's
wanted an
directly under the
introduction,
table.
too. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
he's upset if he's not.
He's like, hey, you are saying hi to my aunt,
He's-
but not to me.
Yeah,
So
he's so.
he makes it an entrance, like
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
If she drives a car, why can't I?
Yeah, exactly. So tonight we decided to do our title was a little boring. It's like History of Halloween. So we're gonna just briefly talk about it. Oh, good God!
Oh my God, he's traveling so cool.
It's
cup. All
oh
right.
my God! Okay, seriously, what do we do?
Well, I need to go out.
Oh my God, it doesn't absorb.
Hey.
It has Scotch guard.
Hey, hop up.
Oh.
Okay,
It's like
we're
Loki
falling
now.
apart here on
Thank you,
SoulWhat.
Loki.
I don't know what to tell you guys, but this has been a cluster. You know what?
It's a Halloween.
It's Halloween. Okay, so literally, I had a wonderful reading with a wonderful person right up until a few minutes ago because I went over. And so then Claudia put on her makeup. Loki is a mess. And look at that. Can y'all see this?
like you can't. It doesn't
It's
absorb.
not absorbing. So Roger is. We're
Oh,
so
I need to get
professional
up
here.
again.
We're so professional here at. I'm red because I was red before we started because I had no makeup.
There.
Oh, good God.
Leslie wants to know what costume Loki's wearing.
Loki's-
He's Adam.
El Diablo.
He's
El Diablo.
dressed as Adam.
El Diablo.
Naked. He's Adam.
Oh,
Boy.
good. Oh my God.
And the thing is, my big singing bowl is sitting over here behind us, and I put a blanket in. He's been in it for the last hour asleep,
Oh.
and so now he's decided he wants to be active and jump up and run hellacious all through everything.
You'll be fine now.
Oh, look at him cutting his eyes over at me like, I'm sorry.
He's sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
He believed he could,
Okay,
so he did.
when that tea was like coming down the table, it looked like this, like the ectomorph or whatever that thing. What do you call that stuff? The ectomorph. You know, the ghost stuff that like
Conjuring.
oozes. What is it?
The Conjuring.
Yeah, the conjuring.
Ectoplasm.
Ectoplasm.
yeah, I think that's what it is.
Ectoplasma. That's what it looked like, but it was sort of not so thick and gooey.
Yeah.
It was kind of oozing down this way. It kind of stopped right at Claudia. Yeah, and
Yeah.
she was like,
Not this
No.
way. Not
All
on
right,
my
so
clothes.
we. What were you going to talk about?
Do we have
Halloween.
something we were doing tonight?
We were going to. Fudge.
History of Halloween.
History of Halloween.
We should be
Okay.
connected.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's how Halloween started. So it's almost like every other. I've done a bunch of these shows, y'all. So here's the short version. Y'all want it?
Short
Yes.
version.
That's a jab, in case y'all didn't know. Short version. You give it. Why don't
Oh,
you tell
hell
us?
no.
Okay. So here's the thing about almost all the holidays, all the Christian holidays, or the, let's say, holidays we celebrate, maybe even in the West. A lot of them came from Celtic traditions, because what happened was there were a lot of Celtic traditions, which were pretty much what we know as European nations now, I would say. I could give y'all the exact where Celts were, but because I looked it up. But that would get very boring, wouldn't it? I made Roger listen to all of it earlier today. But
By the way, Wes said allegedly.
allegedly, Wes,
it was Celtic.
allegedly it was Celt. And so when the Catholics came in and decided that they were going to be the missionaries, that they were going to convert the Celts to their belief system, they tried it one way. And the first way they tried it was they tried to completely convert them to their beliefs. So, hey, Claudia, I am, Claudia's a Druid. And a Druid basically, we're going to say Claudia was a Druid at that time.
Okay.
And Druids were basically the poets, they were the healers, they were the priests, they were everything, the magicians, they were everything. And they were the missionaries. They were of the Celts. So they were everything that these missionaries were. So here she was, and I came in, and I said, now you're going to believe what I believe. And she's like, oh, that's what you think. So the Catholics at first said, we're going to completely convert you to what we believe. And Claudia, as the Druids and the Celts, said, not so much. So what eventually Pope Gregory sent down an edict, and I can't remember exactly what year AD it was, and he said, you know what we're going to do instead is we're going to integrate the Celtic beliefs into our beliefs. So if they won't let go of their beliefs, like if they worship a tree, instead of chopping it down, we're going to say, okay, go ahead and worship the tree, and we're going to integrate it into our beliefs. And so that's why even Christmas, December 25th, was chosen as a date of celebration, because it was around the winter solstice, right?
Right.
So they integrated in. So they gave up on plan A and then went to plan B, which is let's integrate these holidays and these celebrations in. So the one that came right around, and this is where you guys can jump in, Roger, November 1st was what?
Oh, Celtic.
It was
All Saints Day.
it was All Saints Day, but originally it was Samhain or
Samhain.
Samhain or Samhain, however you want to pronounce it.
Which is
There's a lot of
what
different
they call November, the start of November.
because the Druids and the Celts had 4 seasons that they celebrated, so it was their new year because it was when you gathered up your crops and your animals and you brought them close and you brought them in. So it was winter, and their new year was November 1st.
That's right.
And so, once again, they were like, okay, well, let's, Claudia, Miss Druid, in charge of everything. We're going to have you believe everything we believe. So we are going to call it All Saints Day. Well, that didn't go over so well. So All Saints Day was to celebrate, and we still have it, to celebrate all the major saints, but also all the saints that didn't have a designated day assigned to them, right? So then Claudia's like, no. You know what? We're Celts. We're still going to believe what we believe. And so they added another day. They added November 2nd, All
Souls Day.
Souls Day.
Yep.
Because the Druids and many of the Celts still celebrated and believed that the souls came back. So they added All Souls Day, and that within the Catholic tradition is where you pray for the souls of those who have passed.
Yep.
And Claudia, you can talk more about November 1st and 2nd would be,
El Día de los Muertos.
yes, okay? So the Day of the Dead, which actually is the Days of the Dead.
Because it's 2, because they come at midnight.
Exactly. So see, that kind of is where Halloween came from, is because they would have, when they brought in everything for this, on November 1st, they would bring all the animals close. It was very associated with agriculture. So they'd have bonfires and all those, types of celebration, colors associated with fall, orange, and then black for death. And that's where a lot of the traditions came from. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so that's, and I'm sure I'm leaving out a lot of stuff, but that's kind of the short version.
Well, we'd be here all night talking about it because there's a lot of what we know today as Halloween. There's a lot of parts from different cultures all over the world that has, spun into it.
Right. But and that's not to slam any. I don't slam the Catholicism for doing that or anything. I'm just saying that is the way it went down. And so that's why we have Christmas trees integrated, and even for Easter, that's why Ostera, we have Easter eggs.
Yep.
Is they combined that in because people were, and we're using Claudia as an example. She was like, "No, I'm not going to give that up."
And I'm stubborn.
But
so that's
she was
perfect.
stubborn, and you know what? She wanted to hold on to her beliefs,
Yeah.
and the Druids said, "No, we're not going to do that." And so it's this magical time where they also how the costumes came in, and Roger had on a mask at first. They would.
It just got hot.
Yeah, it got hot. It is hot in here. So they would, believe that the souls, they would light the bonfire so the souls would find their way, so to light their way. But they'd also wear masks because sometimes they were a little bit afraid.
Yes.
Correct?
All right.
Okay.
You see.
So that's where almost all of the traditions came from. So we're going to kind of do a quiz tonight, like a fun thing, instead of going into, and although, by the way, it was 601 AD, Pope Gregory, his famous edict. That's when it was. It's kind of when he caved a little bit, just to be honest. He said, okay, wait,
Yeah.
we can't
Keep doing it.
convert them entirely, so we're going to take in some of their traditions and meld them with our traditions. So
Wait, before we do the
Yeah.
quiz, because we're going to go into that, let's
Yeah.
while they're listening, they need to be kind of paying attention too. I think we need to do the giveaway first.
okay,
And the reason is I got a really great question that's going to be hard as shit to get.
okay,
Oh, his favorite.
all right.
Watch Leslie pop right in.
So instead of a
So
trick,
to-
it's, a
So
trick
tonight
is gonna
though,
be a
for a
trick.
giveaway, we got the evil eye bracelet tonight. Evil eyes are great for protection, right? Yeah, matches Claudia's cards. So the question of the evening is in the Halloween movie.
I didn't watch it.
I told him this today.
Halloween. I thought this was pretty cool because I'd never heard this before. All right, so
And you can't Google it or you're cheating, and it's
yeah,
bad
don't
karma.
be cheating, Neil. The mask that Michael Myers was wearing during the movie, the prop mask, they actually used a different mask of somebody else.
Oh, I read that.
So you need to respond on either, what are you watching over there?
SoulTopia or SoulWhat Facebook.
Yeah, so either Facebook or SoulTopia, somewhere in there. Respond. First one is going to win the bracelet. Because it's a mask, we know, but it's a particular type of mask that
Yeah, it
that
came
he
from
wears.
somewhere else.
Yeah, it came from somewhere
because they
else.
wanted to save on their budget.
Yep.
So it basically cost them $2
Exactly.
because they had a very limited budget for
Yeah.
that first
Yeah.
movie.
So it was a very inexpensive mask. And
William
that they-
Shatner was
What the hell, Wes?
Got
it,
Wes.
See, I knew it was either going to be an all-in or
Wes.
damn you, Wes. I thought that was going
Wes,
to be a
that's
great
very
question.
good.
He's full of
Allegedly,
knowledge.
allegedly, Wes.
Full of knowledge.
So,
Yep.
so Wes got it right. So basically, they were they took it from William Shatner from Star Trek because
Yeah.
they couldn't afford a mask. So what they did do is they painted it, and they made the eyes a little creepy. They cut them out a little bit, and that
Yep.
became the mask.
Yeah, so it was pretty,
Pretty cool,
I
huh?
thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to take him at least 10 minutes to get that one.
Yeah, it's
Wes
not
must have been,
Shatner,
Wes Googling fast.
No,
Fast
Wes knows a lot of
fingers.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's knowledgeable.
Allegedly.
All
Okay,
right.
so what else?
All right, so we're going to do.
Do you leave it? Don't zone in on that. Don't zoom this in on me. I look really bad tonight.
All right, so let's do your quiz that you got over
Well,
there.
my quiz, I really, on my phone, I had a lot more questions, but here we go. All right. Claudia, jump in. So we're going to let you guys answer just for fun. We'll give it a little tiny time to answer. You know me. Like, that means no time at all. Who first celebrated what we've come to know as Halloween? I'll give you choices. Was it A, the Druids, B, the Romans, or C, the Christians? We did it as Claudia on our
Really?
show. She was the what? She was the ding, ding, ding. Are we going to give the answers now? Yeah, the Druids.
The Druids. Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
That's right. Okay, 2. Dressing up. Now, this one kind of is both, I think. So I want some expert to chime in here and
Yeah.
set us all straight. Number 2, dressing up started to A, scare away evil spirits, B, honor the dead, or C, so the evil spirits wouldn't recognize you.
Ooh,
It's real
there's
close
two,
between
yeah.
A and C. Which one do y'all think it is? And tell some expert out there, tell me why, because I've read both. Today, actually, I read both.
Yeah.
I had it checked from when I've done this before. I did this like a year ago or even 3 years ago. I've done this, like I said, several times, but I had it as scare away evil spirits. But I think I've also read it as being answer C, so evil spirits wouldn't recognize you. Does anybody have anything to add to that that's listening? I'm just going to tell you, I've read it
Well-
from pretty good authorities, people who've written books. They've said it both ways.
Right.
Maybe because when you either scare them or disguise, like, don't look at me.
Depends on what.
Yeah, it's like, okay, just keep going.
Yeah, 'cause
It could be both, like a combination, right?
Yeah.
You can also, like, defeat someone by just, what is it in English? Like, play low?
Hide in plain sight. Oh, yeah.
Hide
Lay
in
low.
plain-
Lay low. That
Lay
one, lay low.
Play low and
Play
lay low.
low.
Yes, Erica.
People were torn on that one. Some people said A, some people said C.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's both. And here's the thing. I thought it was interesting, too, when they were talking about the lighting of the bonfires,
Mm-hmm.
that it was like they wanted to draw them to them, but at the same time they wanted to wear masks, and they were kind of scared. So they wanted to show the way and light the way for the souls, but at the same time, they were kind of scared. So I guess it just depends. All right, number 3. The celebration of, and somebody, okay, I saw this too a million different ways, so don't make fun of me how I pronounce Samhain or Samhain or Samhain or Samhain. The
Sec-
celebration is to honor what? A, the god of the dead, B, the end of summer, or C, the priest who held the first Halloween service. It's kind of easy, just because the options that I wrote. Which one?
B.
The end of summer and the beginning of winter, right?
Yep.
So
B.
the new year. Okay. 4. We didn't go over this one, but maybe you guys know it. The Romans called Halloween Pomona Day. Who or what was Pomona? This is what the Romans called Halloween. And who or what was Pomona? We have choices. The town where Romans, the town where Romans' first Pomona Day, I guess, was held. B, the goddess of fruits and gardens. C, the place where evil spirits dwelled. Does anybody know? Let's see if they can get that one. We won't tell them. See if somebody answers that one without Googling.
I got Erica Harper said B.
She's right. That's right.
Please don't
Um,
read what Neil said.
It's the goddess
Can
of fruits
somebody
and
read
gardens.
what
Oh,
Neil
my
says?
Says, I'm not wearing pants.
Oh, thank you for sharing
Roger
that.
is either. That's why.
If
Just
y'all
kidding.
only knew what this costume consisted of. I have a
And I don't
cape,
think
I
I'm
have
either.
pants on, I have on flip-flops. Oh my God. Okay, so Halloween falls on the night before
Uh-oh.
All Souls Day, All Saints Day, or the Harvest Moon. The night before. We just told y'all that. All what day? Or the Harvest Moon. Panel.
Dun, dun, dun.
B.
That's right. Remember, it was All Saints Day on November 1st. Then they added All Souls Day because, okay.
Janet Davis got that one right.
Woo woo. All right. 6. Since the 60s, there was this cute little ghost named Casper.
The
And
friendly ghost.
it would come up to the doorstep with his trick-or-treat bag open. If you had gone along with Casper's friend and you dressed as Wendy,
I didn't. I dressed as Casper.
okay, but if you had dressed as Wendy, the friend,
Mhm.
what would you have needed for your costume? Let's see if they can get this without choices. See if anybody can get it.
You're going to have good choices.
No
I think
pants?
somebody will know. No pants.
No, Neil, it's not that.
No pants.
Yeah.
Anybody? I'll give choices.
They're just. I think the delay's just. A
Okay,
little
so we'll give a second and then we'll see.
So there's witch. Lori LeBlanc said witch.
What? Okay, but Wendy would have as a costume what?
Black hat and a dress, said Carla. A witch, Leslie said broom.
Here are your choices: a derby hat, a horse's mane, or a red hood.
Derby hat. I don't know. I grew up in Mexico. Pardon me, we didn't have Casper.
Witch's broom. No, it was.
Come
It's
on,
a red
I
cape.
even knew this one.
He did. He did know.
red cape?
A red cape.
I told you Casper
Yeah.
was my favorite growing up.
Neil got it.
Neil got it.
Casper was my favorite growing up.
Okay, Morticia Addams was one of the more popular costumes for Halloween in 1965. If you went dressed as her, who would have been a likely companion? I'll give choices because you could name a lot of them. So from my choices, A, Grandpa, B, Uncle Fester, C, Uncle Martin. Y'all should know this. I know.
C. Ashley Daniels said C.
No, Ashley.
The heck are you talking about?
She was in Mexico with me.
Where's she?
Carla said Shirley. I
No,
know
oh.
this one.
Did Carla get it? It's Uncle Fester, y'all.
Shirley, I know.
Come on.
It wasn't
Okay,
Cousin
so
It?
fun fact. Uncle Fester.
Grandpa.
So fun fact. Y'all want to know a fun
Gomez?
fact?
Yes. I
In
thought it was the one that said
1965, you could get an Addams Family costume for $1.87 at Sears.
The whole costume?
The whole costume. $1.87
That's a pretty good deal.
at Sears. Not the pattern, the costume. Okay. In the late 70s, when disco was king, if you went to a Halloween party in a white three-piece suit and gelled hair, people would know you were.
Oh, this one should be easy.
White and gel hair.
You'd either be A,
Three-piece suit.
Tony Montana, B, Tony Bonero, or C, Tony Bonta.
Tony?
Montana.
So it is Tony. Which Tony?
Montana. I don't know. Oh yeah, I was gonna say hello to my little friend.
John
That's-
It's John Travolta, but Tony who? It is John
Montana?
Travolta. It's right, Tony Montana.
Tony Bonario.
Bonero is huge waisted red sequins. That's not right. It's Tony Montana, and Tony Bonta, just so you know, is from Taxi. So it's A. All
No
right.
shirt. Oh no, he had it open, right?
He had yeah. But he had on pants.
He did.
was wearing
so
pants.
Neil, he was hanging out with you.
Yeah, right?
All right, so one of the other, so you guys, who listening likes candy corn?
I love candy corn.
Me too.
Roger loves it, just so you know, and he's diabetic.
I just eat a piece or two here and there. It's not
And I
gonna,
read the rest.
it's not going to kill me.
So, do y'all
It's
know
made with all natural honey.
what candy corn was originally called? Do I remember what it was called? I told you this earlier.
I have it.
Chicken feed.
Chicken feed.
Yep.
You know why? Because we didn't used to eat corn that much
Corn was actually used for
Animal-
chicken feed,
for chicken feed.
not
You didn't
actual
eat corn.
people didn't
Like
eat
people
it.
didn't eat it.
Our
Yeah.
people did. That was our main source. Just letting you know.
Making
So
tortilla-
whoever
making
gave those
tortillas.
fun facts were wrong.
We had it all down south.
Okay, so next to Christmas, Halloween is the time we spend the most money. It's the most commercial holiday.
Hell yeah, I know what my bill is for Halloween.
Well, that's you love it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they said let's dress up, and I was like, oh God, really? I always wear this. I mean, pretty much, right? I don't carry the.
You know what's funny? That like All Saints Day and All Souls Day is a 2-day celebration, but also like Christmas because you start from the 24th to the 25th. I don't know why.
And you know what? Our birthdays are for like a month.
Oh my God, yes. We still haven't celebrated this year, so everybody's welcome.
So yeah,
November 5th, mine and his.
we're gonna have a big party.
Yeah.
Mine
We don't
too.
know yet what.
Can we celebrate?
I
Yeah.
said we don't know yet what.
We're
What
gonna-
yet? Oh,
They're
Lord.
making me plan my own party, I think.
No, I got it.
Do you have it this year?
Yeah, I got
You
it.
got it? Okay. All right, good. All right, what else are we doing? Bump, bump, bump.
So Loki finally, like, he's warming up my leg.
Loki.
He's
Woo.
what
Somebody dresses Loki for Halloween.
I was
Not
gonna,
this Loki, but the god of mischief. Not the cartoon one. The god of mischief. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see what you guys channel because we're channeling a bracelet right now, and I'm thinking we're going to use. It just came to me yesterday. I used a dragon stone and dragon's blood, but I finally decided it needs to be green goldstone.
Yes.
Doesn't it? He needs some sparkle. Look at him.
Yes.
So are we
He
going to
has
do your
sparkle.
segment now?
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Does she even know?
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
Well,
Oh my
it's on your agenda.
god.
So we are having
Oh
my
my
segment
God,
tonight
Stalker.
for Claudia.
Tell them what your segment's called.
Roger stalked your social media.
And in life, he was like, "Where are you?" I'm like,
I
"Chill
know. It's
out."
like, where the hell? Are you supposed to be here?
All right. So
So
this
we have
segment.
the first picture coming up. So if anybody knows Claudia around her, she talks about her giant schnauzer. Tell us
Yes.
about it. What's his name?
Initially, he was Hugo. Now his name is Maverick.
Maverick. Okay.
Ma-
Why'd you
Maverick.
change his name?
The new family that has him in Austin changed his name because Maverick was somebody really bad. And Hugo was a crazy German from a movie. So he's like goofy and he matches his personality.
Oh,
Kind of
okay.
like Loki.
Yeah.
And
They will be best friends for real.
Yeah. And you heard her say that she family in Austin, and you still go down and see him all the time.
Yes.
All
Yes,
the time
yes,
you
yes,
go
all
down.
the time. I have access
Aw.
to them. And he lives
Yeah.
with like 6 other giant schnauzers.
Oh,
Oh.
But he's
Aw.
the most spoiled one.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wow.
I'm kidding. All right, what's next?
All right. So the next one, it says, "Good things come to those who hustle."
That's right.
Yeah. So Claudia, she hustles with everything. So
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like flipping through, and I was like, "Yep, Claudia, hustle, hustle, hustle."
I love to work.
Yeah, yeah.
She does work. If you know Claudia at all, the one thing she is highly intuitive. And before we go to that one, can I just say this? There's a lot of people I know of that confuse manifestation with just sitting on their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? She's great at teaching you to manifest, and she doesn't sit on her ass, but she is efficient in her works. And you want to give like a 1-minute spiel on that?
Yes. So I always believe that the universe has your back, but you have to let them know that you're ready. So you have to take the first step. So
Yeah.
for example, if you want a trip, we'll start looking for it and start budgeting. And then you will see little opportunities here and there that will take you to getting the money together or a gift or something like that. Like if you commit, the universe always has your back, but you have to do the work and be alert to all like the open. That's why I don't leave anything on the table. I'm like, yeah, I got it. Yes, I could be here. Yes, I could be
Yeah.
here.
I agree with that. And each to his own, but I just will never subscribe to you just sit on your ass and everything's just going to manifest. I said it, so I'm just going to sit on my ass. That just won't ever be me. And I don't surround myself with those people, except for Roger. I'm
No,
kidding.
he
I am
he's the
kidding.
one that works the
That's the
most.
total opposite. He works his ass off. So I can joke that way because if you know him, that's completely not true.
Hey,
He
I'm in the
works
middle.
his ass off. He works very hard and a bunch
Not
of
like
jobs.
Loki sometimes. Look what he does for a
Loki,
living.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
He was sleeping.
So what
out-
else?
he
Next
slept
one.
on-
The one with her.
So wait. Before we throw this one up here, Claudia, she's always posting her selfies
Oh.
on there. She's like looking gorgeous and beautiful and all this stuff. So I had to go back and I had to get a good one.
Oh
she
my
still
god.
looks beautiful.
How about this one, guys?
Let me see.
And it says work, work, work. But
Oh, no.
she still looks. You still look pretty.
Yeah, I was in Miami on that one, working in Miami.
Yeah, I had to go back and really dig back on that one.
She still looks good though. Yeah, but I think it's interesting. She says work, work. It says work, work, work.
Oh yeah.
I was
Yeah.
doing campaigns.
Is that it?
I found others too, but I didn't send them. It was like from your birthday party,
Oh my god.
from when we were Brandon and
Brandon and
had his
everybody.
glasses on. He, whatever the hell he was doing. We still haven't figured that out.
No.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that night.
but yeah, I found those. But
How's
yeah,
our
I
time?
think that's it.
We're doing good. We already have people asking for readings, so
Well, how much
Right.
time do we have?
we've got 14 minutes.
So are we going to read for 14 minutes? I say let's go for it.
We've had a lot of people asking, so
Okay.
we can
What?
fill the time.
What?
All right. I had so many fun facts on
Sorry, Michelle.
so many
People
damn
want
fun
readings.
facts. And Google the fun facts on Halloween because you would be
There were
shocked.
10 top ones.
There were
top
10, but I found 54.
Was that just the top
Overachiever.
10?
Talk about hustle.
No, they're on my phone. I mean,
Well, where's your
I'm
phone?
talking about overachiever. Yeah.
Overachiever.
My phone's in the
hustling.
other room, but since everybody else got up in the middle of the podcast, I thought I could just get up and go get my phone.
This podcast
Go.
is your podcast. You can kind of do what
Yeah.
you want.
Okay, take the camera off me. I
There you go.
Y'all talk.
So,
Oh, what do we talk about? Oh, so let me tell you about Loki today. I get a text. I'm working. I'm trying to work, and I get a text. And Loki's been outside with Gypsy. Now, Loki probably weighs an entire 6 pounds. Gypsy weighs 70 pounds, English Bulldog. They are rolling around in the backyard together all morning long.
so cute.
So that's why he's kind of passed out. And like I said earlier, I had the bowl over here, and he's under the table. He was asleep in the bowl,
Okay.
and now he's ready to pass out up here again.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's had a very, very, very busy day.
Rough day.
Yeah.
Rough day. What's this year's costume, Halloween costume?
Oh, it's the sexy Mr. Rogers.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it.
There's
It even
two.
comes with a mask.
Yeah, there's a sexy Mr. Rogers and oh shit, I forgot
Oh,
what the
I
other
saw
one is.
it. The one with the gray short, the red
Yeah.
sweater, and the
Okay, so what were the first jack-o'-lanterns made from?
Oh, I know this one. They're
I know
scary
you
as
do.
shit too.
coconuts. I don't know.
What the?
It's a good guess.
They smelled a lot worse than coconuts,
Oh yeah.
which is why they finally decided to change them.
Skulls.
They were made of
Skulls. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't
turnips.
Turnips.
know.
You
Ooh,
ever
that's
get-
worse.
Yeah. They're. Yeah. You should see those. Those things are crazy looking.
Okay, y'all want to know just a few more? I know
Sure.
they
Yes.
want the readings. So this is called fatretriever.com. Just so y'all
Oh,
know,
I
there's,
thought
there's a
Fat
bunch of
Retriever.
fun ones on here.
People knew that last one.
Yeah, they did.
Um,
Wes, they knew it.
Wes knows everything.
Wes.
he does.
Wes should like patent encyclopedia. What is it?
The
Wikipedia.
Wessopedia.
Wikipedia.
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 Oh my God,
Oh,
that was
Totally.
so good. The
I will host the
Wessopedia.
website and start. Well, I'm not a good typer, but I'll do the coding and we'll see what
Let's
Michelle
start
types.
it. Wessopedia.
The Wes-
Wessopedia.
Allegedly. I can never
Allegedly.
pronounce
Allegedly
that word.
Wessopedia.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, or Wessopedia.
Allegedly
Allegedly,
on
these
the
facts
bottom.
are true. All right, scarecrows. Because of why? Why are scarecrows involved? Because originally, Samhain,
I would say because the end of the season and they brought the scarecrows in, maybe.
It's agriculture.
Or-
Yeah.
yeah.
ask Wes how to spell out phonetically how he pronounces Samhain. Samhain. Good God. All right, we'll
I
do
won't
one
even
more.
try it.
It's that Celtic thing.
Oh, I know this was a good one. Okay, so Harry Houdini.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
He died on Halloween.
Yep.
And he died allegedly from 3 punches to the appendix. So he had his appendix ruptured. But Roger says,
Well, there's a conspiracy theory about Harry Houdini that he was actually a spy, and it wasn't that he was punched and died; it was that he was actually poisoned. So there's always been a conspiracy because he could travel because he was an entertainer, but he also was good with locks and things like that. He could get into high, kind of high places. So he actually, if you think about it, makes a great spy. So there's always been that conspiracy behind it that he was always a spy.
I'm going to start a spy conspiracy theory about Wes and Neil.
Ooh, that would be
And
the
maybe
power.
Claudia.
I wouldn't say that
The
about
the
Neil.
Bond
You might come
girl.
up with bruises on you.
And over here, the stalker.
So Scottish girls believed they could see images of their future husband if they hung wet sheets in front of the fire on Halloween. Other girls believed they would see their boyfriends' faces if they looked into mirrors while walking downstairs. That was actually in Britain. If they looked into mirrors while walking downstairs at midnight on Halloween. So let me get this straight. You would walk down the stairs to the basement, actually,
To the
holding
basement,
a mirror,
hold a mirror,
walk down backwards. Okay, I'd fall. So it
me,
wouldn't matter.
me too. I'll be like,
That
I
might
mean,
be.
done.
Yeah, I have a price tag on me right here. I'm just pushing.
What if?
Seriously, I do. I just
You
felt
did,
it.
yeah.
Maybe that's
like how
why.
together
Maybe
I
that's
am.
how they saw it. You know, because they're walking down, slip, hit their head. They see all types of things.
What if they didn't have a boyfriend? Nothing. They'd be like, sorry, try again.
Future
If
boyfriend.
nothing came in there, well, when you fall on your ass, that's probably a pretty good sign. You're not gonna. All right.
then they're like, they
We'll
don't
do one
fit.
more. This tag is, and I'm not returning it. I just have a tag because I meant to have you cut it out of there. Okay. And by the way, there's been no proven case of anybody ever dying from poisoning in candy or razor blades on Halloween.
The one that actually was poisoned,
The dad did
the
it.
dad did it. So it wasn't like the kids went to a neighbor and was.
Here's what happened. In 1974, 8-year-old Timothy O'Brien, God rest his soul, died of cyanide poisoning after eating Halloween candy. Investigators later learned that his father had taken out a $20,000 life insurance policy on each of his children, and that he had poisoned his own son and also attempted to poison his daughter. That just really is bad. But I remember that then everybody was freaked out about candy all the time.
I can remember when my parents going through the candy, looking and taking
Mine
it to the
too.
hospital and x-raying that shit. It's like, I just want to eat the candy.
Okay, this says a child born on Halloween is said to have ability to talk to spirits. Nah.
No, I know somebody.
My ex. No.
Sorry.
I said sow and.
I'm kidding.
Sow
I
and.
normally say it. Sow and.
I know
Samhain?
somebody
Like
too,
a
and it's
sow like a pig. and-
Samhain. Thank you, because I did see that, but I keep going Samhain. It's like Samhain altogether. Got it. Thank you, Wes.
Where the hell
Now I
do you
want
think
so
you're
stupid.
going?
Oh, look at him. All right, are we ready for readings?
Yeah.
So y'all can look at that, and there's like a bunch of fun facts.
What was that? Where was that on?
I just closed it. They
Oh.
heard me.
Google.com.
Yeah, something.
Wikipedia coming
It
up
was on
in the
facts.
future.
Westopedia.
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 Coming soon.
Alleged facts. Coming soon to a Google near you, right?
Yes. Google near you.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. So who are we reading for?
First reading is for Erica with a K. And she has a very specific question.
Okay.
Okay.
Why do people obsess with me? I mind my business. Why don't they leave me alone?
Okay.
Okay. Go.
Okay. It says that I go show my cards.
You can put them here. Right there, usually. Does that show, Erica? Like right here.
So it's showing that because back.
Yeah, here.
There you go.
So the first card is the mice, which is stress. You care too much about what other things and you don't know how to cut relationships to move forward. So I'm going to say that's a life lesson, just to learn you take what's yours and what's done is done, but you tend to look back and that's what happens.
Okay. Erica, I have to be honest when I read, so here it goes. I get that some of this is some connections from karma, from some past karmic contracts where something about that you had a lot of attention and wanted a lot of attention in other lifetimes, where you actually were driven to that attention. I'm not saying that is true necessarily in this lifetime, but there is an aspect of that in you where sometimes you do attract attention and you do sort of send out that energy. So you might want to be mindful of that. If you don't want to, be mindful of the energy you're putting out. Okay? It may sound, I don't mean it to sound ugly, but that's what I'm getting from the cards.
So I got 6 of Cups here. And on this one, what's really crazy about this card is it actually looks like an angel coming up out of the water. And his hands are actually already out of the water, and his hands look like, maybe like lobster claws or something. But it's, to me, what I see in this card is you're in a place you don't want to be. You're not in the right place. And that's kind of the problem is you're just not where you belong. And you need to start really paying attention where you are, where you want to be, and start working your way that direction.
Yeah. And I just want to say again that some of mine might be from a past life, and I'm not saying, especially if it's unwanted attention where someone's stalking you, I'm not saying you're making that happen. I'm just saying be cognizant of the energy you're putting out. I want to be very careful how that message is delivered.
All right, general reading for Janet.
Okay. Janet, I get for you that you're ready for some things to, you've been waiting and waiting and waiting patiently for some things to happen in your life, and they don't seem to be coming to fruition in the time that you think that they should. But if you will just, like you have some drive, like we were talking about earlier, you want to make it happen. It's one of these situations where you just need to hold your horses just a little bit, pull back, be a little more patient. I also pulled a crystal for you, and what I get immediately is a totally different message since it's a general reading. I do get something about, I'm not a doctor, disclaimer, but I do get something about your health, something about your eating, something about your blood sugar. So just check that. That's something that's easily checked to see if I'm accurate on that.
Okay. I get that you're feeling trapped because you're going to transformation. So don't take those, I'm going to say delays, as bad things. Just, it's time to kind of like, I'm going to call it just perch and speak up on what is it that you wanting. Give more direction to your life.
Okay, so I got the 4 swords. With this one here, what I kind of see for you is that with you, environmental, when I say environmental, I'm not talking about the environment. I'm talking about your environment around you is almost like it's robbing you, it's stealing your joy from you. So really pay attention to what's around you, people, situations, anything like that. Pay attention to that, and pay attention to what is not actually yours, what doesn't belong to you, and move that out of your way so you can start having a little more joy in life.
By the way, let's say what decks we're using really quickly. I am using the Melanated Tarot, and I thought I brought the box in here. I'm sorry I don't have who it is by, but I love it. And then I am also using, good gosh, I don't have the deck for this one either, but I used it last week, so I gave credit on this one. No, I actually used it in my book club. Shout out to that, because tomorrow night we're doing the book club for your tarot court. Our Ethany, and you need to be on, where do they need to be on? The Intuitive Insights group. It is free, but we're going to do it through Zoom tomorrow. So that is the deck that I referenced there. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Claudia, what deck are you using?
I'm using the Lenormand deck by Vanna George.
Perfect. Roger?
Yep, and I've got the Mary Altor Tarot, and this one is by, Maria White. Maria White.
That is so pretty.
We bought this
So,
forever ago.
These are like,
yeah.
this is one of those good boxes with the magnets in it and everything.
We bought that the first year we met Chris
This
McClure
was,
with Schiffer.
exactly. First year we met
Car
Chris.
makers,
And
this
he's
is
like,
the way
"You'll
to
love
go.
That is the way
To
to
go.
go.
Yeah, it
Except
is.
for maybe not
It
so
even,
big.
look
of
at
a
the,
box.
well, it has
I like
a
it
huge
big.
book. Look at the
Yeah,
book
but
in
it takes up a lot of room in the shelf on the store,
Yeah.
in the stores.
Oh, that's
All right,
okay.
so next.
Janet did say she just had blood work done today.
She did. Okay.
Um,
Thank you for that validation. We'll see. I hope it
Erica said,
goes okay.
yeah, and the other one we did, she said we're all spot on, and yeah.
Well, and it's not us. It's our channel.
Yeah.
So, but thank you for the validation.
General for Lori.
Okay, Lori. And all of these, each of us sets our intentions differently, but I'll just say in general that we set our intention for the highest and best good for those of whom we're reading tonight, and that our ego not get in the way at all. Claudia, you want to start? Are you ready? Okay.
Yes. Okay. For Lori, it says it has to do with the younger men. Make sure that they're trust but verify. So we have the snake, the compromise, and the younger men. So just verify and validate everything that's being told.
Very good. I got the Four of Swords, and I got it with a decision, something where you're thinking about, you're sort of, it's like, it's not a decision necessarily about work, but it could be, but you're just sort of in between, okay, in something in life. You're just sort of in between, but what I want you to know that the in-between space is not a time to feel bored or discontent. In-between spaces can be a great time for this crystal, the clear quartz, for clarity. So anytime we have a time of, back to the other reading, whoever that was with the, sorry that I can't remember, the downtime, that is not a time to be bored or discontent or unhappy, or it's a time to really know that we can get clarity in our lives, because there is going to be fruitfulness and an answer that will come, but I do feel like you're in an in-between stage in something right now, Lori. So just look for the clarity, and there will be amplification, but really it's more about the clarity with the crystal right now. Go for it, sorry.
Okay.
Roger's like, are you ever going to stop?
Well, actually, and maybe I was. But
Do you remember your reading?
So the first card I drew, because Michelle gets mad when I draw two cards, and then she's been drawing two cards all night.
And a crystal.
And a crystal.
That's the first sentence.
So I was like, holy cow.
The three.
But on this one, actually, I drew this card first, which was the Ten of Discs, which is coins, pinnacles. And I was like, what the heck is that? And I was like trying to figure out kind of the picture part of it. So I was like, let me just get another card to clarify this. And then I draw the Four disc. So both discs, both pinnacles, talk about your money. And then when I really started looking at these together, one is like a house on the side of a hill, isolated away from everybody, everything. And the other one, when you really look at it, it's a horse, and it looks like a ram on top of a horse, but the ram's holding back all the reins, which is connected to all the money. So, it's like information that's coming across is that you've got, maybe some money things happening that you need to hang on to and just pay attention to the things that's important to you.
Yeah, and that
Can I show
clarity.
them?
That clarity
Yeah.
becomes really important.
These are very pretty cards.
Yeah, I love these cards.
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of like in my office, and we hadn't
I
pulled
forgot
it out
we
in
bought
a
'em.
long time.
They might
Okay.
go missing.
Oh,
And
that's
so,
time?
oh, that's it. Yeah, it always goes really
Well,
fast.
Well, if Loki hadn't spilled the drink over here, we'd have had more time.
This
I'm sorry,
weekend,
you guys. Yeah, go ahead.
Michelle is going to teach at the Wellness Expo.
So we
tell
have
them
a lot of
about
things
your-
coming up.
It was
So
a
we
busy
have
weekend.
we have a busy
Like-
weekend. Let's try to run it down really fast. Tomorrow we have the book club. Thursday we have Intuitive Insights here at Carrollton. Friday we have Intuitive Insights at Bishop Arts. Yay! And that one's already filling up. So you guys
Yeah.
try to register online. Claudia will be reading when?
Saturday at the Wellness Expo and Sunday here.
And we have here Sunday. We have our first Sunday, right?
SoulTopia
No.
Sensation.
No,
SoulTopia
oh, I am
Sensation.
way off at what time of the month it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Third
that
Sunday.
sounded kind of bad.
TMI.
Oh my God! Oh, get
The
me out of here.
astrology classes.
astrology
And what?
class
Oh, and we have
Saturday.
astrology class that is almost sold out. Starting Saturday, I think we may have 3 spaces left with Ashley Daniel, and so we've got all kinds of stuff. And I am speaking on Sunday. Crystals for You at the Addison Wellness Fair. That is free, and I believe that's at noon.
12:30.
12:30.
Yep.
It's only 30 minutes, and it's the little cute little shack thing outside.
What's cool
But-
is that it's close enough that you can come and hear Michelle speak, check us out, and then come over to SoulTopia Sensation. Because it's
You
only
can do it
like
all.
5 minutes from here.
And we'll have
Super
free
easy.
presentations here
All
on
day.
Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead.
And if you want to wear
Claudia
your
is
costume,
speaking.
you can.
And Claudia is
Yes.
speaking.
You're wearing yours, right?
Of course.
See?
All
I'm
right, so
missing.
thank you guys so
I'm wearing
much for
mine
joining
regardless.
us. That's it for this week. Thank you,
Alrighty, guys.
Claudia,
Thank you
so
for having
much.
me. Thank you.
She's a regular with us for joining us tonight. And you can listen to us on SoulWhat or SoulWhat on Spotify, the iHeart Radio app, Google Podcast, iTunes, and of course by watching live on YouTube at Michelle SoulTopia and on Facebook at SoulWhat. Thank you for listening to SoulWhat, where we discuss and you decide what is important to your soul.
Yep.
Good night.
Oh, and I brought you.
See you guys.
Day.
Oh, yeah.